This is time for your business 911. Sandra Dueck is here. She's the policy analyst and communications specialist for the Greater Peterborough Chamber of Commerce. And you are excited about an injection of youth into the business community.
Well, we do host a young professionals group once a month. We have a networking event, and we happen to have one tomorrow. It'll be the first one of 2016, and it's for young professionals. So it could be a young entrepreneur, it could be a young professional who's an employee at a business. They're more than welcome to come out and join us.
What's the age limit?
I was going to say, how young is a young professional?
You know what? There is no age limit.
So young at heart?
Young at heart.
So I could go.
You could go. Because
right.
you know what, really what it's about, and what we really get excited about is that it's a connecting, a passing of information. So we deem it as, yes, it's for those younger professionals that are wanting to get in, but it's also for those that are ready to say, pass on all their information and their experience from the work world to these folks so that they can carry the torch forward. So that's why it's exciting, and it's all ages, young at heart. And you know what? The exciting thing about entrepreneurship is that it doesn't have an age boundary. So you could be new to that sort of business, but young at heart. So there's lots going on with that community. So it's an entry point into networking. It's usually a smaller group than some of our larger networking events, which can be a bit intimidating. So this one, actually, we have Neil Morton. He'll be joining us as our guest speaker, and our chair of our YPG committee, Chris Salmons, will be interviewing him. So a bit of a different style to the evening.
And Neil's definitely older than me, so
so he can go.
Yeah, my door's open.
There really isn't an age limit, and we really do want to break down that barrier, because it's about information sharing and connections within the business community that we really wanted to talk about.
Is it hard sometimes for young professionals or young entrepreneurs to jump in and try to find new resources? I would think you'd be open to it, but at the same time, you're so consumed with trying to just move forward in your own business. That's a big challenge on its own.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it is a big challenge. And there's some really interesting statistics. I was looking through Stats Canada, and they have a lot of really neat reports that they have done on youth, surprisingly. But they made note of something, in that usually youth unemployment is traditionally higher than the rest, because they're just trying to get in. There's a lot of factors. They're going to school. One really neat thing was, we look at what happened in 2008 in the downturn, that the impact to high unemployment for youth was actually less than what we saw in the recession of the 90s and the early 80s. So it just shows that things are changing. You see more people that are going to school. They're more highly educated. So it's a completely different cycle that we're in right now. And it's not as linear as it once was, where you would, finish high school, get a job, go to school. It's really not as linear as that, and then end up in a job that you stayed at for the next 20 to 30, 40 years. So it really is a different marketplace, just in how we are employed and what we do and how we work our own employment. So there's lots of options.
All right, and that's something everyone can check out tomorrow, young and old, especially if you're as old as Neil Morton is. You could definitely still be there.
You're on the gauntlet there.
So old. All right, let's go back to Kaylee Bedore.